All right, y'all. What's up? Welcome to PopUp.
Yerp.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to PopUp Podcast or PopUpTv Episode 4. This is going to be the New Year's Eve episode. I guess, you know what I'm saying, should be, right? Hope everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
Everybody goes into the next year. We'll see y'all next year. Things will be different. So get right into it, though. Not wasting no time. I'm going to start with some news that y'all might have heard. We got some business news, actually. Adidas is actually thinking about selling Reebok. I don't know if some people might not know, but Adidas does own Reebok. And they're actually thinking about selling the entire company to Master P and Baron Davis. Baron Davis, the ex-NBA basketball player. So real quick, like, what y'all think about that? Y'all think that's a good look for Reebok or not a good look for Reebok?
I feel like that's a good look. I feel like they trying something, you know what I'm saying? Well, Adidas is selling it. So Master P and Baron Davis would be, trying something, you know what I'm saying? I already know they're gonna shoot towards the black community. That's like obvious, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're gonna shoot towards the black community when it comes to marketing. So I feel like it's a good look. I was even when I heard that news, I was in Walmart looking at, because they got Reebok in Walmart. I was in Walmart looking at the Reebok. Yo, let me get this before this shit kind of pop off.
So what you think, Clay? You gonna start messing with Reebok a little bit more if that sale goes through?
I ain't gonna lie, like I've owned Reeboks like growing up. Even as recently, like I had a pair of them Reebok Crazy 8s back when Kobe had a pair. Like I don't know, wait, was that Adidas? I'm zooted. That was Adidas. I think that's Adidas. That's not Reebok. Was it EJ? No, I'm thinking about the pumps. Cause I'm like, yo, I definitely had a dope pair of Reeboks.
I thought you was going AI shit.
No, the AIs. I never had a pair of AIs, but the pumps, I remember playing in the pumps, and I ain't gonna lie, like one of the most comfiest sneakers I probably ever played basketball in. So if they could keep that, and on top of that, make them look a little bit more stylish, I think they could really compete with all the other ones. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they target the black communities, as Alexander put it, because especially when you make things more affordable, like they could go a long way with that. You know what I'm saying?
And it'll definitely be the first like completely black owned major sports brand, sportswear company. You know what I'm saying? Like, because all the other competitors on that level is definitely not black owned, definitely not owned by a rapper and an NBA player. You know what I'm saying? So, and also like I think that it Master P's been doing this thing with clothes and stuff and all these other adventures, so he's good with business. So. And the deal is supposed to be for $2.4 billion. That's a lot of money.
Sheesh, them boys are about to put us some bread.
Yeah, so hopefully that works out for him. Hopefully they get.
In reality, what I would like to see is like something like Big Baller Brand and fucking them boys put together. That'll be lit. Cause
I
don't know. You know what I'm saying? The
Master
boys
P,
a powerhouse.
If they get it, Master P gets it in his hands, they could do something like that potentially because
I would like
it's going to be completely them. Yeah, you know what I mean? So.
Because then they can really compete.
Very true, but you gotta remember, Big Baller Brand came out the gun swinging, selling sneakers for like $400 and shit. So,
word. And I don't think they're doing too well right now, but
that's true.
But anyway, so moving on though, into some more interesting news that I really thought was probably the most interesting that I heard this week in the entertainment field. We got this whole thing going on with Young Thug and Jay-Z. Well, it's not really a thing. I don't want to say it's a thing because it's not like Jay-Z's really responding to this that I've seen. But Young Thug was at Gilly the Kid's podcast, and I guess he asked him about a couple of situations. He even spoke on Lil Wayne a little bit. But from what Thug was saying is that he's saying that he feels that he has more, I don't think the word is more hits, but he's saying he has more songs right now that people could bump to in the stadium or that people would know instantly than Jay-Z. I personally don't think that's correct because I mean, again, I guess it depends on where you're from, but I mean, I know for a fact that the Black album itself has got to be about at least 14 songs on it right there, and I'm pretty sure almost every song on the Black album, right, is at least somewhat. When you hear it, you're gonna be like, okay, I know. So right there, that's half. So if we talk about the whole rest, how do you feel, Clay? Like, do you first off, Jay-Z or Nas? How about that, Jay-Z or Nas? Real quick.
I thought you was gonna say Jay-Z or Young Thug.
No, Jay-Z or Nas first.
Jay-Z or Nas. I mean, just as far as who I resonate with, I would have to say Nas. Okay, but same. I still hold Jay-Z to the same standard.
Same standard, right? So with that being said, do you think if you was at a Jay-Z concert for a night, do you think he would play 30 songs that you would know?
Yeah, I think he would play more than 30 songs that I would know. But
Same
my
here,
thing
you know
is,
what I
though,
mean?
I feel like where Thug was coming from, though, if it's young kids, teenagers, maybe even college students, you could say, like, yeah, they more likely would know more Young Thug songs because that's
Right.
what they're more, more to hear and things like that. But if you put people from our age, like college age and older, and obviously older than us, we would obviously know all of Jay-Z's songs. You know what I'm saying? We rapped
That's
them Johns
true.
before the beat dropped. You feel me?
That's true. And so, but also real quick, so and that's I was talking to other people, I got that same kind of feedback. Like they were basically saying like Thug more so meant the younger people that like his generation, the kids younger than him, and which is true. But I think that's the lesson why, like, especially at these interviews and podcasts, guys got to kind of watch what they say and how they word things. Because if he had said that, it would have been different. You know what I mean? Like,
You know what? Like, I still don't even. He's just talking at his ass right now. He's trying to he
backtrack. He keep backtracking. Yeah,
trying to backtrack. He said what he said. Now, what I think he believes, like, where they mess up, a club banger is not necessarily a hit.
Boom.
People get confused with club bangers and hits.
Boom.
Young Thug got club bangers. Jay-Z got hits, bro. Like Billboard hits. You know what I'm saying? Like back to back at times. You know what I mean? But Young Thug got club bangers. He got a lot of club bangers, but a lot of hits. Nah, not a lot of hits. He got some hits.
That's and Gilly said something that was really important too. The fact that like how streams, and I think even Thug agreed because everybody got to agree how streams make change the game. Because back in the day, especially when we was growing up, if you like the artist and you like the album and you wanted to hit a whole album, you had to go to the store and buy the album and bring it home and then listen to it if you couldn't even listen to it in the car. You know what I'm saying? Or if you ain't have a CD player, like it was different.
It's definitely different. Yeah, and I think but another thing too, I think is that Young Thug, Young Thug is one of those artists who's constantly like dropping songs. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, he might even have more officially released tracks out than Jay-Z because trap star, not the way they release music. But does Young Thug really have like 12, 15, even 20 songs that if you just played them right now, they would be relevant and people would be like, you know what I mean? Because what I've noticed with like trap music, a lot of songs would be hot for a good, maybe a 6 month, 8 months, a year, then boom, they roll to the next song. Even less than that. Even way less. Yeah. And then artists like Jay-Z will have a song, like if you play Encore right now, people's gonna rock to it. If you play 99 Problems, people's gonna rock to it. You know what I'm saying? If you play Change Clothes, like, which obviously that's all like, my era Jay-Z. But even before that, Reasonable Doubt, all that. But yeah, so but again, when people, that's kind of like the thing right now, the podcast game, guys just kind of talk when they get on there. Sometimes you say things that you don't really feel some type of way about, but we'll see. We don't see where that beef goes. But in another verses, we heard recently that Charlemagne the God, I don't know where he said it or how he said it exactly because I caught it by word of mouth, but he's saying we're no longer in what you would call a Drake era, right? Which you could argue that, since Drake dropped, let's even say Best I Ever Had, let's say that was his first track. There has never been on a point in the radio for more than I'd say 3 months or so that there hasn't been either a Drake song or a song he was featured on that was in rotation on the radio, like heavy rotation.
Yeah, exactly.
So in a way, we live in a Drake era because it's always going to be that way. But in my opinion, I do kind of get what he's saying because I don't think we in them same times where people is like, we got so much other, we got your little babies, your Gunna, we got, Young Thug and Future. I feel like Drake and Nicki Minaj especially aren't the sole focus right now. Like, what y'all think? You think the Drake era is done?
I don't think it's done. I don't think it's done, bro. Like Drake, what was his last album was fucking, what was the last album? I forgot.
It was that, it wasn't really an album, but it was that EP he dropped that had.
EP.
Yeah.
And with the Tootsie slide on it and shit like that.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay, so he dropped that. And you know what I'm saying? It may have not did that crazy much number, but I think that was just like a little EP that he dropped. But the album before that did numbers. But bro, Drake's on like every feature, bro. Like right now, anybody get a feature with Drake, they shit gonna pop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like fucking 21 Savage just got a feature with Drake on his last album, and that track is being played all over the radio.
Especially because he said a controversial bar.
Yeah, exactly. So Drake is still, you know what I'm saying, like all over the radio. So it's like can't really say like it's
can't. But I think what he was saying, like, because it's been a while since he dropped a song that was like Hotline Bling, where you hearing it at the weddings, on the cruises, you know what I'm saying? Even in places where they don't play rap, you hearing it. So that's true. But I mean, I felt at the same time, you know, like you said, he's on almost every feature, almost every song he's on, people gonna play it to some extent. So
yeah,
you know
and
what
I feel like in terms of like what other, like as far as like all the other artists you name, like Future, Thugger, Uzi, like all those high pitched melodical artists, like in terms of getting something different, they're always gonna get something different when Drake drops something, you know what I'm saying? And then like, I don't know, I just feel like he kind of is still running things because he's still doing, you know, his own thing and still sticking to his sound, while everybody else is like focused on trying to be another Thugger or another Wayne or another 21 Savage, when you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at this point I feel like he's one of those artists who his career is so like, you know, is so certified by now, it's so like down pat, it can't be like undone, you know what I mean? Like the era is never really gonna end, like, you know what I mean?
The thing is, he's not finished yet. I can understand, like Jay-Z, it wasn't his era anymore because like everybody knew he was done. Like he focused more on the business. So, you know what I'm saying? It comes to, you know what I'm saying, the business. Drake is solely focusing on music still, in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like
he don't even be like acting and stuff like that.
Word.
So you know what I'm saying? Like he's still putting all his energy into music. So
for sure. So we'll, like, that's another thing. Like I said, we'll see how, if Drake responds or how Drake feels about Charlemagne making those statements, but we'll see. Moving on to some other hip hop stuff. I haven't been keeping up with this series, so I'm gonna let y'all kind of put in your 2 cents. But I seen that 50 Cent's show Power, or the you know, like the spin-off series book, I believe. So this is book 3, Canaan, Raising Canaan, right? So this is supposed to be like 50 Cent's character's son's story. Am I correct? Or
so
I don't know.
No. This is
I think it's how Kanan, it's how Kanan's character was growing up.
So this is him when he was like a kid, like it's gonna be
it's gonna be like a 90s feel.
That might be kind of hard.
I seen I'm like, yo, this might be the best version of Power.
So in other words, we definitely, well, maybe unless they have like, you know, they flash to the future, we're definitely not going to see 50 Cent in like a major role because it's going to be a different kid playing him, right?
Word.
I think in the commercial, in the trailer, you see who Kanan's going to be. You know what I'm saying? Or who the actor for Kanan is. Okay. And I think it's a whole new cast. Damn, who they got in it? Did you damn.
I don't know any of the actors' names, but it definitely looks like it's gonna be some type of like backstory to not just Kanan, but for Ghost, and how him and Tommy was cool and how Kanan was getting into run into him. I'm pretty sure it's gonna cover all of that because, you know what I'm saying, you kind of got bits and pieces throughout watching Power already that they kind of grew up in the same school and like did fuck shit around each other.
So there's gonna be like a kid Ghost too,
type shit. That's the feeling I'm getting. I feel like it's gonna be a kid Ghost, kid Tommy, like. So it's gonna be probably Kid Tasha, like
that might be quite interesting.
A big actor they got, and they got Omar Epps in it. That's
Omar Epps. Okay, that's fire. That's big.
Okay.
So you know they put some time and some good casting into it. So we'll see what's up.
Quick
from
though,
the trailer, I really liked it.
Facts,
I didn't get to see the trailer yet, but I'm gonna check it out. Real quick though, have either one of y'all been watching the book 2, the Raising?
Oh hell yeah! What?
Yeah. But I haven't caught the second half. I watched all the first half, which was fire.
Oh,
bro.
You ain't watched the second half, bro? Season finale this Sunday, boy.
Season finale already?
Season finale this Sunday. You got it.
Second half, bro. But the first half was fire. The only thing I don't like about that show is Mary J. Blige's acting, bro.
Yeah,
everybody says that, but I don't think she does that bad of a job. Yeah, it's not
that bad, but she ain't as convincing as the other. Because I saw the episode and it was an episode that she was in a lot, and I was like, I don't know, she's not as convincing as the other characters to me, like the other actors. But she wasn't terrible, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's not the worst. She better than J.O.
True, but I thought she was terrible, bro. I was like, bro, it just wasn't hitting for me, bro.
Yeah, no, and I get it because there's certain things that she says, like certain lines that just sound so bland, like she ain't really put no real emotion behind it. Sometimes you can get that feel, but I feel like the way she kind of like characterizes herself, like physically in the face, like she kind of carries it that way. It's just sometimes her tone don't match. But
yeah, it's just
all right. It is what it is. So that's another thing I guess to look out for in the entertainment news. But moving on to like I say, as always, the big boy news or real news. So we got a couple crazy things going on that we're gonna have to like flash through because too much craziness is going on. But recently, something that we didn't really talk about that much, I don't even think at all. This whole thing going on with Nashville and this Nashville bombing craziness, which thank God no one lost their lives, no one died, there's no casualties, nothing like that. But I do want to talk about this because, or specifically, I want to talk about how it's being looked at. Because the police and the FBI specifically have yet to consider this, and they were asked, and they said they're not. They're yet to consider it domestic terrorism, any kind of terrorism at all. So I want to ask y'all opinion on it because the way I see it is like, I feel like if this guy, and hopefully we could get an image up of what homie looks like. I feel like if this guy was a different race, a different religion, if he had dreads, if he had a beard, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like they would hit us with this is possible terrorism. Because if we look at the facts of what he did, which we're not going to sit here and go through the whole thing, but if you look at what he did and how he did it, looks like terrorism to me. You know what I mean? Facts, so what y'all think? How y'all feel?
I'm with you on that. And I've been seeing that a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, this is why you're not seeing much on this bombing because the guy looks like this. And yeah, I'm feeling that heavy, bro. And to be honest, bro, I'm not even seeing much media on it as you would think, bro. Like I heard of this from like not even Facebook when y'all put it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I found out about it. And I'm like, then I start seeing a little bit of people post about it. And I'm like, the fuck, a bombing happened? You know what I mean?
Dog. And you want to know something even more crazy? I'm looking it up because I forgot I seen somebody posted and said, oh, I guess like they identified who the person was. Cause I guess apparently his girlfriend or wife, whatever, was making exactly 911 reports saying like, yo, this man's making a bomb, and they never took it seriously.
And they ignored it.
And then not only that, but real quick, I'm looking, trying to find out what this guy looked like. And I could only find a little, like, I guess, like, screenshot they got from a security surveillance camera. And you can see it's clearly a white guy, but I can't see what the white guy looked like. And I'm like, ain't this a bitch? Like, I bet you if it was a black guy, it would have been
they got an official picture. They got an official picture.
Yeah, I ain't see it. I had to go soul searching for that shit.
But he's definitely, like you said, he definitely is a white guy. I think I saw the picture you're talking about. He was like going through like an ATM drive-through or something like that.
Some shit like that. He was like in the van, like kind of like
yeah. Like and that too, like I'm saying, I feel like that's all race because if that was someone who was a Muslim or anyone different religion, and that lady went to the FBI and tried to tell them, XYZ, they would have investigated him. They would have put him on the list. They would have been watching him. You know what I mean? So I said, we all got to keep our eyes peeled and just look out for who's who's the real enemy and who's like trying to, play games, because there's definitely some weird stuff going on. And bombs in general, I don't know if you guys know, and this is not even American news, but Yemen was bombed. I don't know if y'all know about the country Yemen. I believe it's a country. 22 people killed, 55 injured. The new government was on their way in, arriving by plane to take over, you know what I mean, to do their thing, and they bombed the shit out that airport. You can see videos online. There's people running. There's pictures. Like I said, 22 killed. So in general, I don't know what y'all think about that, but the bomb, it's like we getting back to and this is scary because we're that generation where we lived through 9/11. You know what I'm saying? We lived through some scary bomb stuff. We even had that Boston Marathon bombing a couple years ago. Word. People playing with bombs right now seems to be a thing. What y'all think? Like that's not a good look.
I think the struggles of the world are really get the best of people, and like I understand, but same time, that's why everybody, man, you got to be careful and watch your surroundings, yo, because you just never know what got nowadays, yo.
That's facts. So we just got to pray, you know what I'm saying? Hope everything works out. Moving on to more news, though. Recently in Boston, this was crazy to me because I didn't even think this could be a thing in 2020. Boston apparently, and again, Boston is on record to be one of the most racist towns in America. I don't know if a lot of people know that. Boston recently had a statue of Abraham Lincoln with a slave, which is depicted as clearly a black man, kneeling down to him with Abraham Lincoln waving his hand over him. That statue was just removed this week or this past week.
This week, 2020.
Wow. You know what's so crazy? I didn't even know a statue like that even existed.
I didn't even know it existed until I saw this article. I was like, that's amazing.
You know what? They want y'all to know that it existed. They wanted that to stay up.
Crazy. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Too much crazy. And then now we have also recently, I don't know if y'all heard about, I think it was in Cali, was it? It was, I might be wrong, but I think it's Cali, where recently a statue or a bust of Breonna Taylor was destroyed, completely destroyed, completely.
And I think that was in Oakland. Was that in Oakland?
Was it Oakland? I think it was Oakland.
It was in Oakland. Yeah,
crazy.
man.
No respect, bro. No respect, bro.
No respect.
They don't want to see. They don't want to see progress. That's the only way to put it. They don't want to see progress. They just like things how it is. But you know what I'm saying? Progress is just gonna get us to better times. That's it.
Right. And I also say that to bring up how you know what I mean? Like, it'll take however many years that Lincoln statue was there for it to be removed. And in the matter of time, which couldn't be more than a year, obviously, that the Breonna statue was there, got completely demolished in California. You know what I mean? So it's like,
when you put it in
some crazy stuff right now.
That's just wild, bro. Disappointing.
Yeah, man. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand where people get the satisfaction out of doing something like that. Like, are you trying to start another riot? Like, well, I'll go on with you. Like that's the only thing that's going to do is going to piss black people off, man, and color people off in general.
Which leads me into my next thing. You know, again, we winding down the time, the days. We have days now, maybe a week or so left, 2 weeks or whatever, that we have President Trump in the office. And then we have the new president-elect, Joe Biden, taking over. And in probably the strangest turn of events of anything that I thought would happen at the end of Donald Trump's, time here, he's picking enemies with some of his friends. He's now made enemies with the Republicans over this whole $2,000 check thing, which I feel like we've been talking about up and down for the past month. So what do y'all think though? Do y'all think Donald Trump is he just throwing, you know, when you just swinging because you're going out, you're trying to go out with a bang, or you think he's really trying to, like, he cares about this 2,000? What you think is going on?
I feel like he's just having one of them, like, just like a silent temper tantrum or something like that.
Yeah, like just trying.
Basically,
he's just mad, you know what I'm saying? So he's just doing he's I don't know. He's just showing his ass. Just pretty much. That's it. That's all I can put it. You know what I'm saying?
How I feel.
He's just showing his ass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he knows that if he was in office, he'll be on the Republican side, and he'll be siding with them, and everything will be you know what I'm saying? What's going on?
Here's how me break it down. So you have to understand. So first, the man lose the election, right? Then him and all the Republicans, or I don't know if the Republicans were ever on his side about it, with him trying to have them recount the votes and shit. But you got to understand, ever since that whole time of that shit, this nigga just feel like everybody against him. And then now that he's saying, oh, well, I'm still president, so I want the people them get $2,000. And the Republicans like, nah, nigga, you ain't like, it's quiet. He feel like he can't do shit right now. Like, he just has the label, the president. He can't do nothing. So I feel him, I got you, but fuck you.
It's still that for me. I don't think this last minute, whatever he's trying to do, is enough to make up for the past 4 years of foolishness. So I guess we'll see where that goes. But I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't give a shit. I really don't care where it goes. I could care less, because I feel like as long as he's gonna be out, and as long as they we get some sort of stimulus, this is all gonna get figured out. So this little last minute temper tantrums don't mean nothing. But hey, that's all time that we got. So we're gonna wrap that up for today. I'm gonna let y'all say anything if you want to say anything, but I think it was a good show. I think we talked about some stuff, and obviously everybody have a good new year. Stay safe, stay healthy. EJ, go ahead. Clay, go ahead.
Y'all have a good new year. Turn up, stay safe. It's 2020. Let's make it to 2021 without no dumb shit happening. Let's make it to 2021. 2020 has been a rough year. 2021 is gonna be way better. Clay, take over.
Yo, listen. Everybody knows that we've all had a shit year, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that we were able to even get to this day after losing so many people, you know what I'm saying? Like, just give God thanks and just be grateful that you're here, man. So celebrate safely, as my dog said, and just enjoy the new year and bring in the new year with nothing but much more positivity and joy, man, for real.
Yes, sir.
Facts. All right, y'all. Like, subscribe. Don't forget to do all of that. Follow us on Instagram. Peace.
Bow.
Oh, yo, me.